like, oh, is that girl, right? Because if you go on her Instagram, you'll see her face. It looks very similar. Now, I can't say it's her for a fact, but she definitely looks like her a lot, right? And then when Kim D was outside on the pavement, and she was basically verbally going at it with Joe Gorga, and she called him like all sorts of names that I won't repeat here, but that scene where when she's telling him, get out of my fashion show, this is my show, I play with the big boys. There's two women standing right behind Kim D. One of them, they're both brunette, but one of them is kind of like on the lighter side, and that other girl with the very dark hair is right there too. I'm telling you guys, it's worth watching that episode again. Season 4, I believe, it's episode 20. So I think that's that girl. And the reason why I say this is because both Kim and the YouTuber that had her on his show follow her on Instagram, this girl. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the kicker. Here's the actual tea. Okay, Kim D has a Patreon. So I actually have the audio here. I won't play it because it's behind the paywall, but I'm going to tell you exactly, not very, but pretty close, something that Kim D has said. Okay, those two girls from All About Their Truth on her Patreon. And towards the end, Kim D talks about that, the whole season 4 again. Like she likes to talk about that because, that was like her moment on the show, right? So anyways, Kim D talks about having, there's this girl that she knows that allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, she doesn't say allegedly, but I'm going to say allegedly, because, nobody has been able to prove it. So allegedly. There's this girl that she knows that claimed to have worked with Melissa Gorga, and that this girl really, really wanted to come on and talk to Kim D and tell the truth, because she wants to vindicate and validate Kim D, because Melissa and Joe have been calling Kim D a liar for all of these years, and this girl is losing sleep at night. She just had a baby, but she's losing sleep at night over the fact that Kim D has not been validated for the past 10 years, right? Or vindicated. So she's asking the girls from All About Their Truth if she should have that girl on, right? She's asking them for advice because Kim says that those girls are her mentor, right? So the girls, obviously, they smell blood. They don't like Melissa. So obviously you say, of course you should, right? They say, Kim, of course you should. You should do an interview with her, and it should be like done anonymously. You don't have to show her face or even say her name, but just have her on and, talk about her story. That was the advice given back to Kim D. Okay. So one thing I forgot to mention, Kim D did say that she was struggling with the idea of having this girl come on because she felt for Melissa, and she felt for the fact that Melissa and Joe have kids, have children. So she was just like, I feel some sort of way about that because I don't want to hurt the kids, which tells me that Kim has a conscience somewhere, somehow, because, if she was conflicted about this, I think that, the answer is right there, Kim. If you don't feel comfortable doing something because deep down inside in your soul, it doesn't sit well with you, just don't do it, no matter what anyone tells you. That's just my advice to you. But you didn't ask for my advice, but I'm just going to give it to you anyways. So Kim said that. But then she's also like, I'm conflicted because at the same time, I deserve to be validated and vindicated because I don't want to be called a liar, right? So then the girls are like, well, just do the interview. Don't show her face, yada, yada, yada. And then Kim's like, no. She wants to show her face. She wants to like for us to talk about her and tell her name. She doesn't care. Like, she wants for the world to see her, like, basically this girl, right? That Nicole girl. So I'm like, oh, okay, so she wants that. That's odd. But then that interview was a few weeks ago, guys. A few weeks ago, she had that interview with the girls from All About Their Truth. So here's what I think. I think that it is not by coincidence that this Nicole girl got on the other show, the other podcast that Kim D used to be part of. I don't think that that's by accident. If you really want to know my opinion when it comes to the whole thing, I'll tell you what it is. There's either a mole in the Patreon, someone that reported that information back to the other side. And the other side booked that interview with that Nicole girl right under from Kim. Right under Kim's feet, basically. Because Kim, after those girls from All About Their Truth said to her, yeah, you should do the interview, she was like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to make it happen. So that's how it ended. And she said this girl was really eager and really pressed to do the interview. Like, she really, really, really wanted to do it. But I guess because Kim was taking her time and being conflicted with the whole thing, she wasn't able to get on Kim's show, right? But I think someone reported that back to the other side, and the other side was just like, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. I know who she is too. I follow her too. And said, you want to come on and tell your story? Boom, and booked her and, got her on YouTube to tell these things about Melissa. That is just my personal opinion when it comes to the whole thing. I would be curious to know what you guys think when it comes to all of that. Let me know in the comments. But another thing about this Nicole girl that I have to talk to you guys about is, the fact that, here's the thing, before I get into all of that, Kim D likes to say all of the time that she doesn't really care about, there's those rumors about John Fuda and that Britney girl who came on and said, oh, John Fuda was this, he was that, allegedly, all of these things, right? And Kim D has been very vocal. First of all, she says she loves John Fuda, which I do too. But she says she does not care about the mistakes of the past, right? That he doesn't, basically John doesn't even have to admit if he did or didn't do, right? She is just okay to say, I don't care about who he was when he was 20. Clearly, this is not who he is today. He's raising his son. He's a stand-up citizen. So, this girl is basically just looking for her 15 minutes. That's what Kim said about Britney, right? Which I agree with. I don't understand why Kim doesn't want to extend the exact same grace to Melissa. Okay, and I'm not saying that those rumors about Melissa's are true. I'm just saying, let's say they were. Why is it so important for the world to expose her as something that is, she's clearly not that person anymore? So what goes for John Fuda should go for Melissa. Right? Kim D likes to say that she's a girl's girl. She has said that over and over. I've heard her say this, she's a girl's girl. This is the time to show what type of girls you are, right? Just let it go. Most people don't care about that story anyways. I've seen it in the comment. And I wish that more people would look into the credibility of another person before they start to run with it. Okay? So now I just want to talk about that Nicole girl. Okay, so there is this website called pissedconsumer.com, and it goes as far back as I think 2013 or 2014, but there are some recent comments that were posted as early as February 2023 of this, so basically February of this year.